Hi beautiful people! Welcome back to my channel, and if you're new here, welcome. My name is Joy. This is my 6th update on the Years of Usage Eyeshadow Project Pan created by Sarah Catherine. The goal of this project is for me to use the eyeshadows in the project 24 times because we are in the year 2024. I am working on these 4 eyeshadow palettes. These are the same 4 eyeshadow palettes I worked on last year. There's a total of 62 eyeshadows in these 4 palettes, and I have hit goal last year on 25 eyeshadows, which means to say I still have yet to hit goal on 37 eyeshadows, and those are the eyeshadows that are part of the project. So far, in my last updates, I've already hit goal on 10 eyeshadows. That's the total from previous updates. For this update, I managed to hit goal on 6 eyeshadows. So the total number of eyeshadows I hit goal is 16 eyeshadows, but I still have 21 eyeshadows to go. So we'll see how far I will be able to hit goal on the eyeshadows in the project. I am aiming for all eyeshadows, of course, but if I'm not able to do that, I want to be able to hit goal on more than 25 eyeshadows. That's what I achieved last year, and this year I'm expecting better given that I'm actually not working on any palette project pan. So let me start my update with this first eyeshadow palette. So this is the Glam Metals from Crown. There are 9 eyeshadows in here. I hit goal on 2 eyeshadows already, and the eyeshadows are Black Metal and The Wicked. For this update, I managed to hit goal on Rock On, this one. I only needed to use that 3 times to hit the 24 uses. The most used eyeshadow here is actually Rebel. So I'm now at 18 uses. I used this 11 times for this update. The most used eyeshadow in here is Pop Rock, which is at 21 uses, followed by Glam Rock at 19 uses, and then Rebel and Heavy Metal, they are both at 18 uses. Wild Thing is at 12 uses, and Punk is at 6 uses. Amongst the colors, the eyeshadows here, the one that I'm reaching for is Rebel, because I'm at 11 uses, right, for this update. And that's not a surprise because that's the shade I actually reached for a lot. I am combining it with another shade in the Beauty Glaze eyeshadow palette and also in the Soft X eyeshadow palette. So that's my update for this palette. I just want to mention that for this update, this is actually, I've used a lot of the eyeshadows in here. It's a total of 27 uses. In my previous updates, the most number of uses from this palette is 19. So I've now achieved 27. I am hoping that I would be able to use more of this because now I've hit 3 eyeshadows, hit goal on 3 eyeshadows, and there are just 9 eyeshadows in here. And so far, for most of the eyeshadows here, I am now at 18 uses. That's the least for most. There are just 2 eyeshadows here which I am still less than 15 uses. So that's the Punk and Wild Thing, these 2 eyeshadows. So hopefully in my next update, I actually get to hit goal on the other eyeshadows. Then next update will be from this palette. This is the Trench Coat Showroom from Etude House. There are 15 eyeshadows in here. So far, I already hit goal on 8 eyeshadows. But for this year, I only hit goal on 1 eyeshadow, and it is this shade Gold Button. So the rest, I hit goal on them last year. But for this update, this is the most number of goals I hit from this palette, and I hit goal on 4 eyeshadows. So I have now hit goal on Spring Coat, I used that 13 times, so which means to say I was at 11 prior to this update. And then the rest, I don't really need to use as much. So we have display, this one, and silver button. Both, I just needed to use them 2 times. And the fourth eyeshadow I hit gold on is trench coat, my trench coat. This one, at 6 uses. So, and in terms of the most number of uses that I haven't hit gold on yet is the shade, the color, this one. Actually, the shades left, I don't really like them, but I'm still reaching for them for this one because I managed to use this 30 times. So apart from the shade Spring Coat with 13 uses and the rest where I hit gold on, I actually did try to use this coat hanger because that's 5 uses for this update, and the other shade is the color, this one, twice. Similar to the to the Glam Metals, I also use this the most in this update at 30 uses. The next eyeshadow palette is this Beauty Glaze from Beauty Glaze eyeshadow palette. This is the Perfect Neutral eyeshadow palette. And this is what it looks like. There are 14 eyeshadows in here. I already hit gold on 10 eyeshadows and there are just 4 eyeshadows I have yet to hit gold on. And for this update, I managed to hit gold on 1 eyeshadow, and that is the shade Scarlet. This one, it's a red shade. So that's now a total of 6 eyeshadows. So I've now shown you all the eyeshadows I hit gold on for this update. So Scarlet here, and then from the Trench Coat Showroom, 4 eyeshadows, and then from the Glam Metals, 1 eyeshadow. So for the Scarlet shade, this eyeshadow, I used that 8 times. And then the next 2 shades I used the most, but I haven't hit gold on yet, is Apricot at 6 uses and Neutral at 6 uses as well. So I mentioned earlier for the Glam Metals, I've been using the Rebel together with an eyeshadow from this palette. It's actually these 2, Apricot, Neutral, and Rebel. So yeah, that's the combination I was doing. So Rebel will likely be fairly easy to hit gold on for my next update. And then we'll see which shade I would actually be reaching for the most. Hopefully, I do get to hit gold on Neutral because I'm now at 19 uses. So I just needed to use that 5 times to hit 24 uses. Now for this update, this is also again the most number of uses from this palette. I used this 21 times. And then the last eyeshadow palette in the project is this Makeup Revolution Soft X eyeshadow palette. There are 24 eyeshadows in here. I have hit gold on several eyeshadows already from this palette. I have hit gold on 15 eyeshadows already from this eyeshadow palette. Now for this year, I hit gold on 7 eyeshadows. And the rest, I hit gold on them last year. As mentioned, I've already shared with you the 6 eyeshadow I hit gold on. So I didn't hit gold on any of these eyeshadows here. And this is the palette that I used the least for this update. Comparing to my previous month's update, this is the least number of uses from this palette. For this eyeshadow palette, I have 2 eyeshadows here with 21 uses. So that's the most number of uses from this eyeshadow palette. The shade Smoky Bronze, this one, I'm at 21 uses. And Danger, I am at 21 uses. Now, a number of the shades here are similar to the Beauty Glaze Perfect Neutral Eyeshadow Palette. Scarlet and Danger are a bit similar. And then Neutral and Apricot is a bit similar to this shade. This is called Cloudberry. So apart from Smoky Bronze and Danger at 21 uses, the next one with the most number of uses is Petrol. And it is this shade. It's a blue shade at 16 uses. And so far, I think I only used this once, not as an eyeliner. The rest of the uses are all, I use this to line my eye. So there you go. That's my update for this years of usage eyeshadow project pan. I am hoping that I would be able to still do 4 more updates before the year ends, and by then I have hit goal on more than 25 eyeshadows. I'm now at 16 uses. I hit goal on 16 eyeshadows, and perhaps in my next update I would be able to hit goal on minimum of 4. But I'm hoping I would be able to hit goal on more than 6 eyeshadows. Yeah, I have really just been working on the eyeshadows in this project because I want to say I have now hit goal on all of the eyeshadows in some of these eyeshadow palettes. Likely, I would be focusing on these 3 eyeshadow palettes, especially Perfect Neutral, because I just need to work on 2 eyeshadows in that eyeshadow palette. Sorry, it's not 2, 3. I still need to work on 3 eyeshadows in this eyeshadow palette. Did I just say 2 eyeshadows I have yet to hit goal on? Sorry, I just realized I think I failed to mention that Bisque is still an eyeshadow I haven't hit goal on. I'm just at 5 uses. So hopefully in my next update, I have hit goal on these 2 eyeshadows at least. And then in my later updates, I will be able to hit goal on Bisque. Then we can say that I've now hit goal on all of the eyeshadows here from this Beauty Glaze Perfect Neutral. And then the next one would be from Trenchcoat Showroom Eyeshadow Palette. For this one, there are 3 eyeshadows left. So they're the same, Trenchcoat Showroom and Beauty Glaze. I might be focusing on this, just on these 2. And the eyeshadows left actually are not really easy for me to work on because I'm not able to combine with other eyeshadow. It's a good thing that I found a good combination from here in this the eyeshadow from here and the eyeshadow from Glam Metals. But for the Trenchcoat Showroom, I don't think I found a good combination for me to be able to work on more than 1 eyeshadow and that it looks decent. There you go. So this is my update for the years of usage eyeshadow project pan. Thank you all for watching, and I hope to see you in my next update. Bye!